Alright, works for me.
And we're just gonna go ahead and see how this goes. It's more of a practice session than anything because, like I said, Visago's a trainee. He needs to work on his confidence. You know,
mainly on everything.
You got a good guy for that, man. Don't worry.
Brent's got a big mouth and tiny penis, but.
Whoa, fuck, dude.
Dude, I just got my Leapedia points that I was supposed to get last year, and I'm so happy.
You're what?
I don't even know how many points that is. That's 10,000 riot points, dude.
Holy
my
shit.
God.
What the fuck, dude? Alright, you're gonna get some shit, right? Yeah.
I'm gonna wait till fucking Worlds again, because that's when because I really they talked about it before Worlds, like a month before Worlds. They're like, yeah, give us your league information and we'll give you the hookup, because Riot started to back Curse, so Curse was putting some of the money to Leaguepedia, and they're like, yo, we're gonna give you some Riot points. And we're like, holy shit, at first we all read it wrong, and we're like, oh, we're gonna get 20 bucks worth of Riot points. And we're like, oh, that's gonna be pretty cool. And then we looked more into it, and I was like, holy shit. And then they announced the esports package, and I was like, holy shit. I can buy it. But it came way too late. And it didn't even announce it on my client. I just looked and they added it.
Alright, so let's go to this cast, guys.
Alright,
we gotta start it off now. They're in.
Where are we moving to? Are we moving anywhere, or are we just gonna do it right here?
That doesn't matter. If they don't mind listening to it, it doesn't matter. We can go into Discord if y'all want.
Well, I'll go ahead and disconnect since you guys are doing it.
Alright, cool.
Well, how are we usually gonna do it? Are we gonna usually do it in Discord, or are we usually gonna do it here?
We're usually gonna be doing it in probably Skype, because we will have cams up.
Alright, that's fine. We can do it in Skype then.
Alright.
Yeah, if you need me, just message me. I'm gonna leave the call then.
Alright, you got it, man.
Alright, sounds good. So, I mean, we missed the first little bit of champ select here. Give me a second, I'm coming back. What's your name exactly again? How do you pronounce it?
Visago. Vasago.
Visago, alright.
Yep.
Visago, alright. If I fuck it up first
Don't
few
worry.
times.
It's just you two. I'm just gonna be sitting
I need to actually get my fucking Yeti up.
Alright, so remember what we talked about. Vasago, Brent, same thing. We talked about stuff at the end of the last split.
You did? We did. That is correct.
Yeah, we wanna not.
I need to get one of those notebooks.
Yeah, I got an entire thing.
I need to get one. I need to get the fucking notes from that, man. I really do.
Alright, never
That
talk.
shit's gold.
Never say something before it happens. Big important thing. No more swearing.
That's a little low, but yeah.
And we're gonna try not to make fun of people for making shitty plays anymore.
Okay.
Alright.
It's just it's funny when it happens and we can laugh at it, but we can't say, oh, this is bronze, welcome to bronze, because that's just
welcome to Bronzonia.
Yeah, exactly. We shouldn't say that anymore. Other than that, good to go. Champ select's pretty much halfway done, but whatever.
It's more like...
Alright, test. Hey, good test. Can anybody hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the blue...
Alright. Huh?
Hello?
You just died.
No, no, test.
Test. Hello?
Test, yes.
Brent, you keep going out, apparently.
We hear you when you say test and then nothing. Alright then.
Skype's just being a bitch.
Alright, do you want to move to Discord? We can do that.
No, it's fine. Give me 1 second and I will fix it.
Alright. So we still have the spectator delay, so I'm not too worried about it. But on Champ Select, very important. What do you think of Champ Select so far, man?
So far, well, I mean, obviously they banned out Mundo and Jax and Tom Kench. I mean, those are three extremely powerful people, especially up in top lane.
Mm-hmm.
Mundo can get stupidly tanky and still deal out damage. Jax, you build Ginsu's and he's almost unkillable, even if he's extremely behind. Tom Kench, he is a very good utility. He goes top, mid, depending on how you want to play him, even support. And he can easily carry a bot lane, depending on how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Brand and Olaf, I can understand banning them, depending on what you're trying to go for.
It's a target ban.
Alright, so
I know you don't know that, but it's a target ban.
I figured, considering I don't know any of these.
No,
people.
yeah, that's okay. I'm not worried about that.
Yeah. those are easy target bans, I'm guessing. Soraka is just one of those heals are insane, especially with the Windspeaker's Blessing. The heals that she'll be giving would be astronomical, and they don't want to deal with that. Looks like they actually locked in for the Renekton is going to be going top lane to face off against Vladimir. Personally, I think that is in Vladimir's favor unless Renekton goes really hard in the early game before Vladimir is able to heal back enough and just kind of shuts him down by constantly going in, which Renekton is able to do. Mm-hmm. I really enjoy Lucian. Like, he's probably my favorite ADC because of the mechanics that you can have, plus the really safe play from him. When he chose Lucian, because he's seen Vladimir and Rek'Sai. And Rek'Sai has the CC that she'll tunnel in, he can dash out, and then be able to kite from there. And now with the Alistar and Twist of Fate, the mobility that he'll get from Lucian will probably help him out a little bit. Let's see. Orianna is a really good utility pickup in mid lane to go up against Twist of Fate, because while Twist of Fate can outrange Orianna on just auto attacks, the ball will give her a little bit more poke while staying further back. Mm-hmm. Twist of Fate is taking TP instead of Ignite, probably to try and ult down to a lane, then instantly TP back, try and make as many plays as he possibly can. The Corki Alistar is going to be a fun bot lane. Corki's going to be there to poke constantly, and Alistar's going to be there to make sure you guys can't do anything back.
What do you think about the team comps? What are they meant for?
See, team comps, it looks like for the purple team, it's going to be Vladimir, Rek'Sai, and Alistar are going to be a really strong front line, just going to go in and make sure that the rest of them can't get there, and then Corki and TF is going to just poke from the back. Pretty much seems like a very, very normal team comp in the bronze to gold elos right now, with a nice front line be able to stop the other team from getting to your back line while the back line just sits there and pokes them out.
Okay, what I see from the purple team is you're right. I like the poke comp. They're the poke potential of the Corki and TF, but they have an incredible dive potential, especially with Alistar, Rek'Sai, Vladimir. Alistar can just ult and negate a turret. Vladimir can just pull and negate a turret. Rek'Sai has the CC. TF has the dive CC with his ultimate. And then Corki has just insane ranged poke damage. So they have all of the thing for a dive poke comp. So yeah, you were right about that.
One thing we could throw in there is purple team here is bringing a lot of ability power.
Yes, very
not
true.
Not a lot of attack damage. So
that might be one of their weaknesses, like later in the game when people start building MR.
Yeah, especially with Orianna, like one of the starting items for Orianna would be probably Athene's to get that magic resist and the mana regen because of how much mana she uses on her abilities.
Yep.
I see that she's taking cleanse as well to be able to go against the TF, probably to cancel out the gold card and then instantly fight back with whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. The Hecarim and Renekton, though, I really enjoy that because they'll be able to go in immediately as soon as Thresh lands a hook. Thresh goes in, flays however many people back. Renekton and Hecarim just go straight in. They instantly dive in. Renekton has the stun. Hecarim has his ultimate, which will be able to fear everyone away if he places it right. Or if they place it even better and have an extreme wombo combo from Orianna, she throws the ball in, gets the shockwave to be able to pull everyone in on a top of a Hecarim ult straight in. That'd be a lot of damage going in for a really great beginning of a team fight. And then if Lucian would be there to culling on whoever's there in the back, especially if Renekton is able to get the CC down on the back line and then Thresh is able to pull them forward, Lucian would be able to pick someone out. Hopefully before he gets caught by, say, the Vladimir or the Rek'Sai. So,
yeah, I think blue team is a bigger team fight than purple team has, potentially. They have a wombo. They have the skirmishing potential with Renekton up in the top. Also, they have a safety with Thresh. Like, if Lucian has his dash, he's probably going to get QSS pretty early in this match, to be honest, but the Lantern is pretty imperative here because they have so many ways of just diving the Lucian that Thresh is a really safe one to lane against. So, yeah, that was pretty good. I just wanted to see what you saw in Champs Select. So that was good. Cool.
Yeah. One thing I will add though on that one is you spent a lot of time on the bans, like explaining why a ban champion is a strong champion. I personally I enjoy or I like it when we talk about champions that are actually going to be in the game, as opposed to champions that are banned out. Because usually banned champions, everyone knows why they're banned. I don't know, maybe that's just me or not, but
I don't know what the other thing. Well, that's the thing is, like, actually, it's really important to note is you never want to talk about a champion that's being hovered. You never talk about hover champions. Unless it's like, oh, it's a bard! I would love to see a bard! And then you talk for like 30 seconds about how awesome and how much you love bard. You never want to put too much into a hover champ because, if they don't pick it, then you just look like an ass.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one reason why I don't like talking about banned champions too often, unless it's like a super like targeted lineup. But
like
that's just
the brand and the
Olaf. The Olaf was a super targeted ban, so you could talk about how Oxyr played the Olaf really well, or was it Oxy or was it fucking? I don't remember which one.
Yeah, I don't remember either. I just.
But you could like, if it was in the week, we'd have our notes with us, and we could talk about how X team did it, how effectively they played it last time to warrant a ban or something like that. The previous game in the series or something like that, and that gives us a segue into team standings and how the team's doing, how the performance is, what the team is looking to improve on for this time and how the team comp that they picked is going to play to their team strengths or something like that to the effect.
Good stuff.
What?
All right, cool. So, Brent, your play-by-play.
All righty.
Visago, your color.
All right.
So, play-by-play, Brent, you obviously know this. In time, what's happening at that moment. Important thing for you, Visago, is when he's doing play-by-play, if you know something is about to come up and you're in the middle of a sentence, you say, oh, and Corky's looking for an aggressive position, and then Brent can go into the play-by-play,
Yeah.
The worst thing to do is get cut off instantly.
Yeah.
And I won't cut you off. Like, if you're in the middle of a sentence, don't just stop, like, randomly. So, like, if you're talking about how they're effectively pushing mid lane or they're setting up for this dragon or something, and somebody just randomly flashes and goes in, you could be like, oh, here, segue it a little bit.
Someone flash you on, and there's a flash to start off the team fight, and then you pick.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, don't make it choppy, because that's where people cringe. Because if there's like a moment of silence or a little choppy part, people like your ears just pick up on that so hard.
All right.
So good stuff. We're gonna see how it goes. I'm just gonna keep it on directed camera. So
sounds good. I will do the same. Let's keep this started on the riff. We got our two teams coming out here for our scrim right before season 3. We got a little level 1 action. TF gonna get a gold card. Gonna force the flash. Both teams kind of bashing each other right here in the choke point. The thresh hook gonna land, but the teams not gonna follow it as they decide to just dance around right there in the river.
It looks like they're gonna get some deep wards on the red buff just to know what's going on back there. TF wants to see if he can get the gold card probably.
Yeah, TF looking to start a little bit, looking to be a little bit more aggro in this as he goes back to the mid lane and the both junglers reset. The Vision War is not going to do too much as they're all going to time out before the jungle camps even start.
Yeah, looks like Alistair went ahead and backed. He got chunked out a little bit too much. He's not tanky yet, and he was still being the front line there.
Yeah, Alistair did a great job with the tank. Unfortunately, no kills happened. We always like a good level 1 action here.
Oh yeah, you gotta love those invades going in great beginning.
Exactly, gotta love the invades. Biggest thing is no summoner, no big summoner spells were blown except the Thresh Flash, so it shouldn't have too much impact on the game as the farming starts.
All right. So looks like Rex's gonna go ahead and pick up the blue buff, and probably I'm gonna say she's gonna head to get the. I'm losing my mind right now.
Dude, don't worry about it. Confidence.
It comes back in. So just kind of, you can talk about how Orianna has cleanse if you want to cleanse the cards. You could talk about You know, or just simple stuff like how maybe the bottom lane interaction is going to be with like a Lucian Thresh being super early game, with the Corki Alistar being more a little bit spiked. So you could, you know, kind of maybe hint on the Corki Alistar aren't going to do too much until they hit that Sheen proc or that Sheen item or that Phage item. You know, something like that.
You don't need to worry so much about like, oh, and he's doing this, he's doing that, he's doing this.
Yeah.
Think about like, okay, what's the matchup like? How is this going to happen? You know, how is this mid lane going to work out?
Yeah.
It's just about, you know, how, like, you're playing League of Legends, you know? It's, just don't panic, it's fine.
It's all good. So usually the play-by-play doesn't have too much to do coming here in the early start of the game, which is why you can kind of talk about maybe how the futurist is, you know, you can kind of see into the future a little bit. We can talk about how Rek'Sai position on the bottom here, going to clear the Scuttle Crab, and look for maybe a little gank here. Thresh spots it out with a ward. You know, something simple like that.
All right.
And so for you could be like, that early ward coverage, you know, gonna force Rek'Sai back. It's you know, you could talk about how Hecarim's still farming while Rek'Sai went for the, you know, a small little gank, and so how Hecarim may be a little bit ahead coming in the next couple of, you know, minutes, just because he has more gold now. Something simple like that.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I know Leah. I'm guessing. I think your name is Lee.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Yeah, I know that Lee knows, but like this, my very first game officially casting was the one yesterday, and then this is probably my second game officially casting.
It's all good. Hey, you just like, the only thing you can do is come out and make mistakes, because that's how you learn.
Yeah.
Like I'm terrible. I was terrible at casting.
Brent's still terrible.
I know. I was going to say I'm still terrible at casting. I still, you know, really haven't defined my role 100% of the time.
Okay.
But it's super simple. So the easier, the more like, what's the chemistry you can have with like the other caster in the game, the more, you know, people will watch that. And it just feels natural. That's the biggest thing. It doesn't matter what you say in our reality, because people are going to be watching, they're going to be listening, they're going to be understanding the game themselves. As long as you make it sound natural and feel, you know, it flows, people enjoy that, and that's what everyone wants to see.
Yeah. All right. So with Lucian's Piercing Light, he's able to poke out the Corki to start off, while Corki probably has to wait for his ultimate build to poke him down, and then I keep stuttering.
Keep going. You're all good. We got a teleport coming down in the bot lane. Alistar gonna knock back the Thresh. The Lucian's trying to get out of there. Here comes Twisted Fate with the yellow card, looking to get one. Kind of hesitated, stutter step. Thresh gonna be able to get out just fine. As Hecarim gets pushed back in the top lane, Rek'Sai having none of it. A little bit of scuttle going down at the Rift Herald. As Rek'Sai's dancing around, Hecarim's taking some damage. The Thresh hook onto the Corki, gonna force the Alistar to flash pulverize. They're looking for it. The headbutt over the wall into the Dragon Pit. Gonna send Thresh running. Lucian trying to do the damage. Corki pushing him back. And no kills from either team. The flash.
Corki.
Oh, the Thresh
hook. That was a
too.
great blind hook.
Thresh with a great hook.
A lot just happened there. All right.
Yeah. See,
So
that's where you pretty much choose one thing and talk about it, because there was so much happening there. So.
All right. In that case, let's talk about that. The reason why Twisted Fate took that TP for the early ganks there before while he doesn't have his ultimate. He was going in, hopefully gonna land that gold card prior to try to pick off Lucian. But they saw a TP and they got out, and then Thresh was able to get constantly move out. I guess he probably has some kind of movement speed on him.
Oh, we got a little bit of action going on the top lanes. Vladimir missed the ult. Rek'Sai gonna force him back. Or excuse me, Renekton gonna force him back. Renekton forces ult. Vladimir's trying to get it. Vladimir flashes out. Renekton flash with auto. Gonna steal the first blood.
Looks like Hecarim wants to go ahead and get that early dragon.
Yeah, they're gonna look to take this dragon here. Gonna ahead and get started on it. Rek'Sai knows it's going down. Here he comes. Alistar's coming up to help, or maybe not. Rek'Sai's a little bit hidden. Still not. Blue side not taking too much damage from this. Hecarim's taking it up pretty effectively, but here comes Alistar. Thresh gonna try to keep him at bay. Gonna try to zone it. The hook down on the Alistar. Gonna keep the CC at bay as Hecarim smites it out and flashes over the wall. Here comes Orianna. Doesn't have the ult, or hasn't used the ult. Trying to get in position. Alistar forces the flash out to Lucian. Piercing Light. Gonna pick up the Alistar. Rek'Sai falls to the Orianna. And the Thresh hook. He's gonna seal the deal for Twisted Fate.
Thresh is on point with these hooks.
Completely on point with the hooks. As that was a great collapse coming from our blue team here. They're gonna be able to pick up a dragon and 3 kills.
That was a great team fight for the blue team. One thing I loved was that when Rek'Sai went in, she actually smited too early. She probably panic smited a little bit while Hecarim was saying that he was sitting on the dragon, he was waiting for that. He knew that that's what he was there to get, and he didn't transfer to try and go for any of the kills. If he had, he probably would have died because he escaped the dragon pit with about 10 health.
Very true. I think the Thresh hook and the Flay on the Rek'Sai and Alistar, keeping the CC and the potential damage at bay just long enough for Hecarim to smite that dragon, really sealed the fight for the blue team here. As the Hecarim able to smite that and get out, forcing the red team to go a little bit too deep out of position is what caused those 3 deaths. And we got a little bit of action on the bottom lane. Alistar going to try to headbutt into the wall. Thresh is going to be fine. He's taking a little bit of damage. For trouble. The hook. Flay under tower. Corki Valkyrie out. Lucian's going to try to finish it. No mana though. The exhaust coming down on the Alistar. Thresh going to get picked off as he strays a little bit too close. The headbutt pulverized, knocking him back into the lane as Corki going to soak up the double kill.
That was a great pulverized headbutt combo from Alistar getting Lucian back into position for Corki to pick up that kill. Yeah, looks like Renekton is coming down. He was going to go for the gank on mid, but then Rek'Sai was already there. The great shockwave.
Yeah, the Orianna ultimate gonna secure the kill as Hecarim comes in the mid lane. Gonna get yellow carded under turret, and the turret is gonna seal the deal. As Zolo with an amazing outplay, gonna get the blue buff for it. Hecarim gets sent packing to the fountain. A lot of action going on the map.
Oh yeah, it looks like we're not in for one of those boring farming games. It's gonna be one of the nice, interesting ones.
A lot of kills, keeping up almost with our minute timer here. We're just under a kill a minute. I'm sure that will only increase as we go further in the game. The gold card on the Orianna, the cleanse, the Corki package forces the Orianna flash. Oh no, I called that wrong.
Yeah, that was just a normal Corki Valkyrie.
Wow, excuse me, I called that terribly.
Was that a normal Valkyrie?
That was a normal Valkyrie.
Well,
the package hasn't come in yet.
Wow, from my screen. For my screen, that was long, but all right.
That looked like a very long Valk to me as well.
Yes.
But all right.
It went from the corner of the wall here to about middle of the lane. That was a normal Valkyrie.
Wow.
Wow.
If I'm correct, the packages actually don't spawn until around 15 minutes.
Wow, the more you know, for sure.
Yeah, right? Holy cow.
Rek'Sai looking top lane here as Renekton dives under the turret. Vladimir missed the ult. Rek'Sai gonna have to turn back from that as Renekton is just gonna be too tanky to deal with. Alistar Thresh having a little noodle fight down in the bottom lane. But here comes Corki Lucian.
And another thing that I want to point out is that Renekton is doing exactly what I said he probably would do, is to continually fight out the Vladimir before he has a chance to heal when he gets the Will of the Ancients. That'll allow him to constantly push the lane and get a little bit ahead, hopefully before Vladimir gets the Will of Ancients, so we'll be able to shut him down from there.
Yeah, you know, hey, one thing you don't have to say. One thing I'd like to point out, you could just point it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just make it flow. We got a headbutt pulverize going down to the Thresh, knocking him back towards the tower. Didn't get quite the range as Thresh turns around with the hook. Corki gonna have the Valkyrie out. Alistar popped the ultimate too. Great trade down here from the blue side. Oh, did I lose everybody?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, that's all good. Teleport coming in. Thresh hook onto the Alistar. No ultimate from him to get out of there. The pulverized flash. We can save. Oh, here comes Twisted Fate. Team left him behind. Renekton's gonna secure the kill. Alistar is trying to get out. Rek'Sai came in too, but gets put back. Renekton soaks up the Alistar for the double kill. Vladimir on the back line, pushing the Thresh and the Lucian out. Renekton is going to try to handle that. Vladimir's running for his life. Here comes the Rek'Sai tunnel back in. The Thresh Lantern. Is it going to be enough? It is to save him. No! Corki auto attack follows him through and seals the deal. In the mid lane, we got Orianna and Hecarim, though. Going to trade the turret for it.
That was a really good TP from Vladimir. I didn't even notice that he had come in until he had already gotten a kill.
Yeah, TP right there in the back line. Alright, very far in the back. On the back line. As Blue Side traded 2 kills and the turret for 1 kill in the turret.
I didn't even know you could TP to a Thresh Lantern.
No, he didn't. He didn't TP to the Thresh Lantern. He TP'd. Vladimir TP'd into the ward on the bottom bush, I believe, or one of the minions that very far in the back.
Oh yeah, Vladimir did, but Renekton actually TP'd onto the Thresh Lantern.
Did he? I
yeah.
missed that.
Well, it is possible.
All right, perfect.
Looks like they're going to be giving the blue buff to Orianna here.
Yeah, little buff transfer complete over onto the Orianna, as she's going to use that to help wave clear out in the mid lane. Try to catch back a little bit up on that farm. Not doing so hot. Oh no, my headset's dying.
Looks like red team wants to get that dragon to go ahead and balance that out.
And the Alistar taking a lot of damage. Gonna force the ultimate, but there's 4 guys there. Got a 3-man pulverize. Trying to get out. Renekton's going deep onto the Twisted Fate. Here comes Hecarim too. They're pushing the red side back completely. The calling gonna do a little bit of damage. Forking the Corkery Valkyrie as Renekton tunnels out of there. And blue side with a great pushback to secure the dragon. And Lucian's looking for a little bit more. Gonna try to get that. Missed the W. Not able to kill the Twisted Fate. Twisted Fate's a little bit out of position here. Looking to pick off. Renekton's gonna seal the blue buff. Here comes Thresh over the wall. Twisted Fate's in a little bit of trouble. The gold card gonna lock in. Not gonna be enough though, as here comes Thresh to finish it out.
And Hecarim pops the flash for the nothing.
Oh, Renekton.
Renekton is just going ham. Up and Rex is there.
That is for sure. 7 kills for his team with 2 assists. Renekton has 9 out of 10 kills. Or 9 out of 10 kill participation for the blue team here.
Yeah,
Definitely being very effective.
Right. Let's see. Here comes Rek'Sai back in and try and get Lucian off. Lucian just really wants that tower though.
Yeah, Lucian gonna get the tower and try to get out. He dash. Rek'Sai still wants him. He's gonna try to poke the damage. He's not gonna be able to get out as Rek'Sai easily able to soak up the kill and trade for the turret. So big thing you can talk about here, you can talk about items, how Corky's close to finishing the Triforce because he's got 3 kills.
Yeah.
Farm, you know, just levels, general stuff like that. You know, cooldowns that might be coming up soon, like the Vladimir teleports coming up in the next minute. So, you know, look for him to maybe be able to start split pushing a little bit more.
Okay.
And they can dive this 100%. Alistar has ultimate. Corki has care package. They want to make a big play here.
Yeah, that's something you could talk about too, as it's, you know, 4-on-2 right there. Yeah, Alistar getting hooked. Just simple stuff like that. Like, you know, just, you know, hit on stuff people who are watching the game might not, you know, be looking at. You know, items, gold levels, farm, you know, stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, Corki has 2 kills up on Lucian, but Lucian also actually has 6 assists, so gold-wise, it's gonna probably balance that out a little bit. So while Corki is about to finish the Trinity Force, which is a huge power spike for Corki, Lucian is gonna go ahead and probably about to finish out that. What is that actually?
Well, action down in the mid lane as Orianna gets flash pulverized, knocks back in the lane. You're taking down Thresh's on a great escape. As Twisted Fate gonna try to secure it, but oh, he teleported in the 3 of them. Meanwhile, Renekton in the mid lane gonna get exhausted as Alistar is trying to dive it. Here he comes, about ready to knock him back. There's the knockback. Still tanking the turret. Here comes Hecarim. Decided to turn around and not finish the Twisted Fate. Rek'Sai forced to flash out after tunneling. The yellow card not getting locked in by the Twisted Fate as he accidentally Reggie cards it.
Red card Reggie.
Red card Reggie as both teams reset. With surprisingly no deaths besides the Orianna in the mid lane.
Let's see. Vladimir has the Will of the Ancients finish, so he's going to be healing a lot more now. He also has a Steam of Plague up, so he's going to hopefully try and land that on this to get a team fight for the tower.
Yeah, look for big ultimate plays as that's a very heavy AP team. The Will of the Ancients is going to be doing a lot of work just due to all the spells coming out from the purple side here, or the red side, however you want to call it. So we got a little 5-man ARAM going on. In the mid lane, Renekton is flanking around, trying to use the bush, trying to use the lack of ward coverage. Red side's not having any of it. The yellow card gonna stun him up. And another reset.
It looks like top lane is going to be pushing in if someone wants to be heading up there, but I'm not entirely sure if anyone's going to be heading there. Looks like Thresh wants to go ahead and get that Rift Herald buff.
Well, it actually looks like Vladimir's on his way up as we speak. Gonna soak up a lot of maintenance for him. He's gonna try to get a little bit ahead and farm this Renekton just so he can stay a little bit relevant. The Rift Herald going down to the Hecarim. Thresh actually gonna pick it up for some reason. Deciding he might be the best spit pusher for the team. The pulverized headbutt down the bot lane on the Renekton as the support Corgi try to handle it. Here comes the teleport out of the Twisted Fate. He's looking to help too. But Renekton's just gonna back off. Or is he not? He ultimates Q's. Down goes Corki. Twisted Fate's in a little bit of trouble too. Alistar's gonna try to keep him safe with the pulverize. Renekton's gonna jump over the wall. Alright, so
you're freezing, man.
Yeah, I am.
It's alright. So whenever that happens, like, what's going through your head?
Going through my head is like
You're trying to find something to talk about? Is that it?
basically, yeah.
just say exactly what. So, like, you know how I just said something? Just reiterate exactly what you saw. So you could say, wow, you know, that Renekton, almost had a double kill. Was able to get both the TP.
My God.
Oh,
These
damn,
Thresh
that
hooks are on point.
They are. So all you really only have to, like, just say what's on the screen. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to.
Okay.
It's not. It's don't overthink it. Don't overanalyze it. Just point out to the audience what's there, what they might be missing.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a huge deal. Like, you don't need to say, oh, Renekton's got 8 kills. He's gonna go for an insane 1v5 dive, blah blah blah. When you don't need to speculate all of this stuff. Like, what's plain in sight is something people just miss a lot of. You know. So
exactly. So, like, my job as a play-by-play is to kind of tell people what's kind of going on in this massive, crazy team fight that's just, flashy and all over the place. People are going one way, other people are going the other. It's my job to kind of keep it all contained. And it's your job afterwards to, like, just, maybe point out a couple things that I missed or not even miss. You could always just point out things I already talked about. I could be like, all right, here comes a Twisted Fate teleport. You could then relate that to Twisted Fate using his ultimate in the mid lane, earlier and not securing the kill as the reason why he had to blow teleport down there in the bot lane. Okay. And not having good ward coverage in the jungle might be the reason why he had to teleport to that bush instead of teleporting behind the Renekton for maybe an easier kill.
Oh!
Oh, wow.
Alistar lands the flash pulverize to make sure that they cannot steal that dragon.
Yeah, that was pretty nuts.
Looks like they're gonna try and get a team fight finish up here.
There we go. We'll walk back in here. It's a Thresh play. Flash plays the Vladimir, forced to flash over. Renekton follows him right over into the blue buff. As blue side's just on the pain train.
You better sidestep that, TF.
He better get his juke shoes on. As Thresh taking him to the disco.
Krishna seems to be channeling Mad Life this game with all the hooks he's been landing.
There you go, that was good. Alright, so here's probably a point where you'd be kind of, analyzing the pros and cons of that dragon and what each team gained or lost from it. Because like me right now, I have nothing to say on the play-by-play really, except like Renekton's about ready to soak up like a lot of minions top.
Yeah.
So that's where you fill in. You fill in the space in between the action.
Okay.
Brett does the quick talking, you do the everything else.
Alright.
and we have tons of there's always tons of time. So like, but then you got here, we got Renekton, or excuse me, Rek'Sai coming in, Alistar getting the hook, we're gonna pulverize it up, the Threshold going down, the Orianna ultimate, pulling the 2 tanks back. Twisted Fate getting the gold card up, Hecarim going ham on the Rek'Sai, Corki gonna force him off with the Valkyrie. Orianna was able to drop the Alistar. Renekton just being a beast. Getting shut down, though, by the Twisted Fate with the blue buff. Stopping him up with some good gold cards. As Red Side's pushing down this mid turret, trying to get this mid outer, be able to get into that jungle. And they're going to be able to drop it down here.
Let's see. Yeah.
What just happened?
What just happened is,
What just happened?
Oh, Renekton was, he's been doing really good all game, but he got probably a little cocky there and tried to go in when he really couldn't. With a gold card coming from TF, it was a really great stun, allowing all the damage to be put down on him.
Yeah, good. Exactly. Keep going. That's exactly what you want to do. Rek'Sai got way too excited. He was too... he got too hyped, way too deep. He didn't have the backup. That's perfect. That's exactly what you wanted to say there. So, see, you know what you're talking about.
Teleport from the Renekton in the bottom lane, gonna chase down the Vladimir, but the Twisted Fate ultimate gonna put it down.
The same thing happened again. He got too excited. He went deep in, and the gold card was right there to stop him.
Perfect. Perfect. All you need to say. Meanwhile, mid lane, blue team pushing down this middle tier 2. Alistar gonna get a 4-man. Pulverize. Hecarim forced to all over the wall. Twisted Fate taking a lot of damage from the Orianna. Orianna in trouble though as her team left her. Alistar gonna soak up the hook. Barely getting out with his life. Twisted Fate dashing. Here comes Corki though. Not gonna be able to secure the rockets. He's trying, but the fireworks just aren't making it.
Orianna played that a little bit wrong. The Thresh Lantern was right on top of the entire time. She could have probably made it out of there. Lucian's getting the culling down on Corki, but Corki still pulls it out.
Speaking of the Thresh Lanterns, throwing it down to try to help the Lucian, but Lucian not taking it. Corki able to get the kill and get out. A little bit of mistiming with the bot lane of the blue side here. It's the CC just wasn't there yet for the Lucian. Gonna end in his death as he turned around and tried to soak up that kill. Renekton way out, getting gold carded and dropped again. As Twisted Fate secures the kill.
Renekton seems to have gone from a beast to a feeding beast.
There you go.
He constantly seems to try to go in when he really can. He sees a couple people low. Looks like the blood rage is getting to him. He wants the kills, but the gold card is always there to stop him up. Orianna with the great burst on the Alistar.
With the smite, the chilling smite, gonna help secure that with the Orianna. Thunderlord's proc. You could also say the Renekton might be in the doghouse as he's feeding the red side here, keeping the red team in the game as the gold is very close to almost being even. As blue side is looking to take a Baron, there's no vision directly on this, but they saw him go in the pit. Rek'Sai gonna ult back onto the field. Hecarim getting chunked down to half. Thresh going over the wall to try to zone. Rek'Sai is looking for tunnels, getting exhausted. The Thresh flash back into the pit, but his team, where did they go? And Twisted Fate's gonna be able to pick it up with Baron's help. Or not, as Thresh gets out just to die to the card. The dude's on dancing on the edge of life and death as the red side securing the vision here.
Orianna almost helped Thresh out of there, but TF got the card throw one last time to be able to pick that up. Blue, the top lane is being pushed in by the minions. That tower, it's about half health. If no one goes up there, the minions could easily take that, but Vladimir looks like he's on his way to pick all that up.
Yeah, gonna be able to soak up those minions. And Twisted Fate goes back to secure more of his items. Building still needs to secure the level 2 boots, and there he goes right there, getting the cooldown boots so he can throw more of those cards. Renekton still being a little bit of a pain, getting kind of deep. Not, really respecting the damage of the red side. As we got some more action coming down in the mid lane.
That's unfortunate.
That's a very unfortunate flash. You could talk about that flash right there. That would be like an easy thing to talk about.
All right.
But like, you can talk about it quickly, so then I can transition into that threshold, pulling the Alistar back, forcing the ultimate as Renekton on the back line. Be able to get the Vladimir. The Vladimir ult going off with the help of Twisted Fate. Corki forced a Valkyrie out the back line. Lucian's chasing him down the thresh hook. Secures the kill. Twisted Fate in his own jungle, trying to survive, coming back in, but the red card is not really going to be what he's looking for, as he's trying to keep him off this turret. Just waiting for his team to come back. He's got 20 seconds on the Alistar Rek'Sai, doing what he can, but what he can is not going to be enough. As away he goes, here comes Orianna.
Oh!
Orianna's out of mana though. Lucian is the only hope. The flash from the Twisted Fate. He's doing it. He's keeping him at bay. Use the ultimate to try to figure out where he can walk, and Lucian is just going to dash and kill, sending him to the grave.
Double tap.
One thing I like to point out though is that Corki actually has a Quicksilver Sash, which is something I thought Lucian would pick up more because of the CC from the red team. But Corki has that. I'm not sure what he used that on in that team fight, but he didn't have it for the hook, which cost him his life.
Yeah, you would think that Lucian would also want the Quicksilver Sash, get a little bit extra magic resist from this heavy AP team. Surprisingly, no locket yet, as Thresh is trying to build it. You would expect the Hecarim to try to
The locket just got
Instantly.
picked up,
Oh my god.
and the Quicksilver Sash would actually help out a lot on Lucian because of the Vladimir ultimate. It'd be able to stop that Hemoplague from killing him there at the end of a team fight, which looks like one's about to probably break out here.
Yeah, team fight going down as Corki gonna Valkyrie out. Renekton was a little bit caught out of position. Gonna get dropped for it. Hecarim's gonna try to help. The TP coming in from the Twisted Fate. The gold card not getting locked in yet. Here it comes. The Orianna ultimate keeping him back. But Hecarim's still gonna fall. Had a little window to get out of there. Didn't take it. The Thresh ultimate forced down. The Alistar ultimate out. Gonna barely keep him alive. With a sliver of health. Thresh on the run again. Story of his game. Hooks the minions just to get dropped by a Vladimir. Says, give me all your life. And Thresh did.
That was a good
Vladimir-
transition into the team fight. Good job.
Thank you. Vladimir wants your blood, not your souls, Thresh.
Yes! Yes!
That was good.
Oh my goodness.
That was a great team fight leading up to get that top inner tower. They're going to have another thing to push in there while mid lane and bot lane seem to have just balanced out. Now it looks like they might have been planning to go for a Baron, but decided against it. Renekton is wanting to go in here. Alistar doesn't have ult, but here it goes.
Pulverized. No headbutt yet. Alistar gonna drop before the headbutt. The Hecarim ultimate onto the Corki. Corki getting pushed out. Vladimir gonna help keep him alive. As Vladimir gets the kill and the blue buff. Thresh going in with the hook play. Shutting down the Vladimir. With Renekton. Renekton still looking for more.
Oh!
No! Taking the Valkyrie. Right out from under Corki.
That was a straight Mad Life hook. That was amazing. Oh! Almost did it again. Almost did it again.
Not happen. Thresh. A little bit greedy for the hook. Gonna flash for it. Rek'Sai's looking to maybe tunnel back in here for the Baron as the Thresh hook onto the Twisted Fate. Gonna keep him a little bit worried. Here comes his team around the side. Renekton's trying to help. Another hook goes down. Thresh is landing all of them. Renekton popping the ultimate, getting the stun. Rek'Sai going down. Flash onto the Twisted Fate. The Lucian flash dash as well. Gonna secure the double kill as they turn back on the Baron. Alistar, the only one up to prevent it. Here comes Corki and Vladimir.
Looks like they're going to try and get this. They should be able to get it down before Vladimir gets there. But if Alistair's able to do anything, he'd be the one to do it. He does have his ultimate up, so he could possibly, and flash, so he could get in there and possibly draw their attention long enough for Vladimir and Corky to get there.
So here's Vladimir as we speak. He has his ultimate. He may be looking. He has no flash, so the Alistar able to flash in. Hecarim's gonna smite the Baron as Alistar is doing what he can to try to keep him there. And here comes Corky. Vladimir using the ult. The Lucian calling. Gonna put out some damage. The Vladimir proc dropping the Thresh. Alistar Corky though got turned on, and Hecarim's running down Vladimir, forces Zanya's, and then dead right after it.
That was really risky of Renekton to go back in with such little health. He almost got caught, but I think the team had enough damage to be able to kill Vladimir. While at the same time, the bot wave just been sitting there pushing in and getting that bot tower.
Yeah,
Renekton's going mid to make sure that doesn't happen there.
Renekton had a lot of faith in his team to be able to follow in. The communication's been on point a little bit for the blue side. The bot lane for the blue team here was a little bit miscued earlier, but it looks like they've solved those problems and are really clicking as a team.
Oh yeah, especially with those Mad Life hooks that have been coming in, have been amazing blind hooks all this game.
Yeah, great hooks to set up some great team fights. As the blue team's looking to push down here in the mid lane, the Orianna's a little bit far out as they rotate towards the top. Look at this Corky, the gold card gonna get cleansed out as the Orianna flashes away. The Thresh Lantern gonna be taken to safety. Good collab.
That's the reason why Orianna took the cleanse to begin with, is to cancel out that gold card, make sure she doesn't get picked like that. That allows her to be a little bit more aggressive without as much of a problem. But at the same time, she does still have to remember that she is Orianna. She is squishy, but she does deal a lot of damage.
Oh yeah, she does do a lot of damage. There's a big ultimate. Gonna chunk Corky down. It's only a sliver of health as he gets picked up by the Hecarim. Alistar getting left alone. He's on the back line, but his team's not able to follow. As Renekton pushed him back out. They're looking for the tower. Renekton's gonna drop it in one auto. Vladimir pulling out, trying to get to safety of his tower. Forced to flash the Thresh hook. Twisted Fate pulling a red card. Gonna offer no assistance there. As blue side turns another team fight.
Looks like Twisted Fate is actually going to TP. No, sorry. Renekton actually TP down to bot lane to be able to pick up that tower. And then now it looks like they're going to be going for Dragon. That would be the 4th Dragon for them. That'll give them the extra damage to the minions and monsters to be able to push in a little bit more. They just want to continue getting that pressure to go in. They're almost there. They have all 3 lanes pushing. If they get that 4th Dragon, it could spell GG for Red Team.
The 4th Dragon would put Red Team on a clock as well for that 5th Dragon here in 6 minutes. Look to that maybe one of their in conditions as they're grouping up mid to try to push down. Baron buff. They don't have no Baron buff. So it's going to be a straight push. No minions either, surprisingly, as the minions are just crossing the river. They're still committed to this push, though, as Renekton's going to split off with a 1-4 top.
Never mind, came back. Hecarim does have the Baron buff, though, so they're going to be able to push in possibly a little bit here. Renekton saw that, so he knew they needed to be there. That was a great headbutt pulverize starting off the team fight.
Yeah, Lucian taking a lot of damage from that. Twisted Fate tried to finish it. Took a calling to the face and was not able to. Blue side on the way out.
They realized that if they stayed there a little bit too long, they'd be overstaying with no minions there. They could easily be poked out by the Corky Twisted Fate combo, while Alistair and Rek'Sai just pushed straight into the back lane, and that would have just hurt them immensely.
A dive on the back line may be what red side needs to do, or find a pick with that Twisted Fate. Try to get back into this game a little bit as the gold lead's starting to slip into the blue team's favor. It was even just 10 minutes ago, and now blue side taking a 6K gold lead.
Corky actually has everything built for either a Mercurial Scimitar or a Bloodthirster. Either one would be fine for him right now. I think he would probably need the Bloodthirsty. He needs some lifesteal to go along to keep him alive when everyone starts diving him into the back.
Thresh getting pushed out. The Rek'Sai flash onto the Thresh, forces his flash as well. Tries to hook the blue buff, but it's not there. The Twist of Fate ultimate from behind. Gonna lock him up with the gold card. Renekton is trying to jump in, but he's gonna have to watch his support die, as his team was not there to follow up and help him. But right side maybe pushing the issue here as they got a 4v5 in the river. A big Orianna on 3 on the back line, followed by the Hecarim. Twist of Fate's gonna go down easy. Alistar taking up the Coling. Renekton picking up the Rek'Sai. He's just going off on the back line. Alistar forced to flash into the blue buff as Vladimir goes back in to try to take the Lucian Orianna, but is not going to be able to do it as Lucian puts him down. And on the mid lane they go.
These are 30-second timers, so they could easily get this inhibitor and move back and probably try to back up and clear out the top and bot lanes, which are really building up and could continually push in. They have another 15 seconds or so. Looks like they're gonna try for another tower.
So a great thing you could have talked about there was how red side, even though they had the man advantage, right? You would think that their fights, you could have said something like, the red side, the red team, you know, whatever the team is, we're looking for that fight because they had the man advantage, but they walked into a choke point and the Orianna plus the Hecarim ultimate combination just absolutely decimated them. Yeah. Something like that as to why you could talk about why the red team lost that fight, even though they had all of they had more people. So you could talk about how their cooldowns were down on their ultimates. You could talk about how they walked into a choke point that didn't favor them. You know, something simple like that.
Okay.
And then when you need the extras, you know, the extra stuff, because it may be a low point, you could then talk about, you know, the towers and stuff like that and the extra stuff.
Okay.